Well, you see the weather impact alert there, and that's because we do have snow arriving tomorrow morning. Now, it's not going to be a lot of snow. We're not expecting significant accumulation, but we are expecting a possible impact. You know, when we have the bigger events that are going to arrive with 4 to 6, 8 inches of snow, we see those coming a long way out, and we can prepare, and the roads often get a lot of treatment. But sometimes it's these small events that can have larger impact than they otherwise would. Temperatures currently are into the 20s, so we have the cold air in place. We do have a few leftover clouds. We may get a little bit of clearing before the clouds roll back in, and while the temperatures may drop out of these 20s back into the low 20s or maybe even teens briefly, I think the clouds as they roll in may help to kind of seal the 20s in place during the overnight. And this is the system that we're going to be watching. Just how much moisture will it come with? Well, that's a little bit of a question mark, but we don't expect significant snowfall accumulation for this. And to be honest with you, if you're south of Indy, you may not see anything from this at all, except for some snow showers or maybe some snow flurries. I'll show you a snowfall map here in just a moment. Here's the snow chance for tonight. It will arrive overnight, but mainly for the morning commute. Temperatures in the low to mid 20s, depending on where you are. Here's future track. I'm using a wider view here so that you can see the system doesn't have a lot of aerial coverage. It's just a quick little system that's going to roll through. Here's 1 a.m. By the time we get into maybe 4 or 5 in the morning, we may have some snow showers falling. This will carry us into the early part of the commute, and then maybe another little batch of snow possible around midday. Again, amounts aren't going to be significant, but because the temperatures will be cold in the early part of the day, we may get some impacts with as much as an inch of snow falling in Indy. You go north from there, we could see some 1.5 to perhaps as much as 2 inches of snow. Some of the latest model data is maybe backing off of that just a little bit. Again, it's the impacts that are much more of the concern, not necessarily the amounts. Temperatures will get above freezing tomorrow, and that should really ease any concerns once we get into the afternoon. But that's not to say that the temperatures aren't going to go down, because tomorrow may be the warmest day with that possibility of a few snow showers. But look at the low temperatures. The low temperatures Monday and into Tuesday, we're talking single-digit temperatures, and the wind chills could be certainly much colder than that, possibly below 0 down to as much as 15 below. We do warm up very quickly after that. Doesn't look like that cold spell will stick around too long. By the middle of the week, we're in the middle of the 30s.